Okay, we will see if we have anyone join us here. Let me. Hey, hey, big dog, how's it going? Thanks for helping me pick, by the way, today's video. I really appreciate it. Hey, everybody, how's everybody doing? Hey, Micro Halloween. I just thought I'd come on here and do this my second live. So, if you guys had any questions or whatever, just chill. Last time went pretty well. Are you kidding me? This always happens. Never fail. I apologize. It's just gonna have to ring. It's a telemarketer anyway, so I'm excited too. I love Halloween, so I'm getting really psyched about it. Do you normally decorate and stuff, or? Sounds good, big dog. So what is everyone up to this weekend? Oh, itch, itch, itch. Getting one, getting a drink. Cheers to you, big dog. Bourbon. Happy Friday. It is a happy Friday. I've been looking forward to all week. It's been a really long week, some long hours for me. So making some stuff. What are you making? I'm curious. Making a few filter masks. Do you sew them or do you print, like have prints on them? Oh my gosh. Got bit by a spider and it itches. I'm in the middle of making a witch cauldron that hopefully, if I do it right, because I'm new at the Halloween build stuff, but because of the whole COVID thing, the special effects makeup has kind of been slow. I've been able to actually build some stuff and have time to do it. So hopefully the cauldron will actually spin. That is annoying. I'm going to go turn that off. I'll be right back. There we go. There. Oh, the TV's not going. So hopefully the cauldron will actually spin with like bubbles and eyes and stuff on it. We'll see if I get it to work. So you tried making stilts. Oh. That would be interesting. Do you make costumes to go with the stilts? I used a 3D printer. Ooh. Ooh, that would be really cool to see. I haven't gotten to, I want to dip my feet into the 3D printing. I have no clue if there's good and bad printers or even where to start. So any tips would be great. Oh, big dog. I think you and I would be in trouble if we were together. I think we'd be drinking buddies. Oh, it's easier than you think, Micro Halloween. Being in the theater background, even when I was kind of pushed into it, I was a little intimidated. And to be honest, I thought it was a lot simpler than my mind had made it anyway. It will happen, big dog. It will happen. It will happen. It will be that would be a good time to be able to meet a lot of you. You know. Yeah, I think you, at least for me anyway, I can speak for me. For me, it's been when I first started making costumes, I still get a little, is it going to stay together? I always worry about that. But I've never had one come apart. So they're a lot easier than I think that people make it out to be. I think it's just scary that, oh, now I got to rely on the fact that I sewed this and made this. Is it going to work? Is it going to stay together? Is it, but once I kind of made a couple things that really worked, it definitely helped me be like, okay, I can do this. I know I tell you what, between the lives for Alan, the trio of horror, we really do have a really nice family. It is family, So it definitely would be cool to meet one-on-one. They have a large support community. Oh. So you just started this last month. Okay. Hey, Stacy, how's it going? I know. And it's funny, Micro Halloween, because I've done molds, but I'm used to doing flat molds and stuff like that, which is quite a bit different, which is why I kind of started watching Ellen. Was I want to learn and get better at different things in special effects. And so when I started watching Ellen, it was, as volunteering at a haunt, and that's how he kind of came up. And the first one I saw, I remember the first video I saw of his was the witch cabin or cabinet. And ever since then, I've just been hooked. I'm like, oh, this would be amazing to do, but I can't do that. He makes it look so easy. He really truly makes all that look so easy to do. And I've fussed with, like sculpting a mask, but I'm always so insecure to post it on the page. I'm like, oh, this sucks. And I just trash it. And I'm like, so I haven't liked anything yet to mold, but I'll get there. I think once all this blows over, and because I couldn't do the quarantine thing right now. Otherwise I'd fly in October and do the monster thing, the monster camp. But I will do the monster camp once, and that way it will kind of push me. I'm glad to hear you're hanging in there, Stacy. Are you creating anything or doing anything cool this weekend? Hey, Scott, how are you? He's he is very talented, and very humble about it too, and I really appreciate people that really push themselves in their craft. And not only that, but like, what was it, a couple lives ago, he's like, don't do this because this clearly didn't work. But I love that he doesn't edit that out, because it teaches you so much more when you see a screw up and go, okay, well, I don't need to do that. And then they walk you through, well, this is how you combat the issue that you're having. And so it's really, really nice and very helpful that he shares all that knowledge. I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Scott. I know you've been crazy with the back to school stuff right now. I know you've kind of been overwhelmed. Things things have been crazy at work, and then because now things are kind of functioning here in Michigan halfway. I got hit with a lot of special effects jobs, but I'm not going to be as busy as I was, which is kind of nice. I'm not going to lie. I hope that doesn't offend any of you guys, but it's weird. It's It's weird going back because it's a lot different, just the whole protocol and everything. I think I will, Stacy. I get so when I'm sculpting myself, and this is why I think it would be helpful for me to do a class, because then you really have to do it. You can't just sit there and say, "Oh, this sucks," and scrap it and put it away. Um, and I'm very critical like that with my work. So I need to get past that somehow. And I'm not sure how yet. So that's where I'm kind of stuck. Um, and then I'm just always kind of worried. I'm like, oh gosh, I see everyone's stuff on there, and I'm like, man, I just not even close to what half of these people can do. Oh, you're so nice, big dog. I appreciate the love for sure, and I appreciate the support. It's been nice to do videos again, and it's I kind of didn't know if anyone would even want to hear the things that I have to say. So that's really nice that to find a community that is interested in the things that I have to say or what I've learned, you know. What's wrong, Stacy? Oh, are you in a lot of pain? I hope not. Take it easy, please. Take this opportunity to kick back and relax and let people wait on you. Oh, I'm glad I can be that type of person to share that knowledge and that someone will want to learn it. Um, it's it's funny and for me because I've been doing, gosh, I worked it out now and I've been doing it longer than I thought I have, professionally. Professionally, I've been working on films for the last, oh my gosh, I thought it was 10 years. And unfortunately, it's not unfortunately, fortunately, it has been 13 years now. It's insane, and it doesn't even seem like it's been that long. I wish when I was working on a production, I could share more, but unfortunately, then you have contracts you sign, and you can't talk about a lot of things and post a lot of things. So you're good on drugs? Hey, that's good. That's good. But at least take it easy. Don't overdo it. Just take the time to relax, you know. But I'm glad you're not in a whole lot of pain or anything like that. I just had a friend, she went and got a biopsy on her breast and it's benign, so I'm happy about that. And so is she, but I know she said she wasn't even in any pain at all. So that's good to know. Yep. NDA. It's funny because people think you're being very snooty. Like I've had some people think I'm being snooty because I don't talk about it. And oh, you're trying to make it more than it is. And I'm like, no, I mean, I really don't have the millions of dollars if I talk about it and they could sue me, you know. So there's a lot of things that people don't want to get out in film until they release it. And with social media, once you post it, people post it and it's there forever. So knowledge is power, and power is not sharing knowledge is more powerful. I agree, 100%. And you meet the old generation. If you've ever met any of the older generation, doing special effects makeup, they're like, "Don't tell your secrets." It's like, like the secrets are already out there. Just share the knowledge that you have, and if someone is willing to learn and willing to um, listen to the knowledge and experience that you've had, um, what can that hurt, you know? You have an NDA from the Secret Service. Well, your secret's safe with me, and I don't know anything. So, and if I lose power, it is storming here, and we're expecting worse winds and hail and all that. So, if that happens, I may not come back. Oh yeah, Scott, we got hit hard yesterday, and then today we've had a couple storms. The big storm that they kind of predicted is just starting to come through, and then they said the worst of it will probably hit around 8-ish. So I'm hoping I still have power. It is fun micro Halloween. Honestly, I absolutely love from my friends and I were talking about this last time we had a little get together, and they said, God, I can't even imagine, because I was talking about, the hours that you work when you're in film. It's, you know, if you work on a lot of independent films, you have weird hours. And some of them you'll work later. A lot of independent films you work later, but a lot of the films I worked on, my call at being on set has been 4 a.m, because I have someone coming in at 5. I got to set up and get everything ready, and then I don't leave that set until 11 o'clock, sometimes 12 o'clock at night, and do it all over again. And they're like, I don't know how you do it. And I said, I love it. Like, do what you love. And honestly, even if you work 16 hours out of the day, really only about 8 or 9 of that is work that's not, oh God, I don't want to be doing this, And a lot of it is mainly interactions. Like if you have someone difficult in your chair, that makes the day long. But honestly, even downtime is you're working at getting different things prepared and ready for the next shot and blah, blah, blah. And then by the time you get that done, you're answering emails. And so it's not all 100% horrible. And they're like, I still don't know how you do it, but it is fun. I enjoy it. So, oh, you got hit hard with the storms this morning? Oh, you're supposed to get more too. Yeah. They said that the worst of them are supposed to be tonight for us. We had hail yesterday, so we might have it again tonight, they said. Hey Vic, how's it going? Oh, go ahead, big dog. I got dinner cooking here too, so I'm after this, I'm gonna go and get myself some amazing food. I'm having shepherd's pie, so that's what I'm gonna have, and I'm probably gonna have a beer with it. I haven't had a beer in like a month, so that would be nice. Yeah, Vic, did you get hard? Did you get hard with the storms? Who hasn't gotten hit with the storms yet? Anyone? Hey Ross, how you doing? We're just talking about the storms that are coming through. You didn't get hit at all, big dog? Oh, well, that's good that you guys haven't gotten hit. Probably just my side of the world then. And it was funny because when we were in the last live with or at least I lost internet for 2 days. My router, but the last one that I joined, and Alan said, "Oh, can you hear that?" And you could hear thunderstorms. It's funny because a storm came through here at the same time, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, it's funny, Stacy, because I'll get hit here where I'm at. I'm on the west side of town in northern Michigan, and it seems like whenever it's storming here, and then I drive into town, it's beautiful and sunny, and everyone's like, where were you? And I'm like, oh, I didn't go out for a run because it was thundering and lightning. And they're like, where were you? Like it never rained where we were. And I'm like, are you serious? I'll trade dinners, making beef Szechuan from scratch. That sounds good though. Are you making it really spicy? I love spicy foods. Cheap skulls. The month doesn't have to. I don't know if you have these near you, Micro Halloween, but Target had some good cheap ones. Walgreens normally does. They have amazing life-size skeletons. I'm waiting for them to put those out because I'm going to get quite a few. And oh, I was gonna say our Halloween store is different. We don't get Spirit Halloween and we don't get Halloween Express. We have Halloween Superstore, and they always have great deals. And it's also, I always buy things the day after Halloween. Our Halloween store has like 50 to 70% off on things, and I go on a shopping spree at that moment because it's like, you know, you can get some really amazing things. I haven't, I'm going to be checking out my Menards. I haven't been there yet. They haven't had their Halloween stuff up. My friend has been keeping me updated since she works there. But I haven't checked out our dollar stores yet. So I got to check out our dollar store and actually see if they have. Apparently, everyone else in the world has their Halloween stuff out except for here. So I'm going to be going out this weekend. Oh, yeah. Alabama gets a lot of tornadoes. I had a friend I'd visit a lot in Mobile, and whew. That's right. You both got skulls somewhere. I can't find any Halloween stuff right now. Well, I'm glad that I'm not the only one in the world right now that doesn't have any Halloween stuff, Micro Halloween, because they just now have put out displays and have the paper that say that they're gonna, you know, what they're gonna have out. My Michaels has just started to put stuff out. So, but I'm gonna be hitting all that up this weekend. Stacy. Yeah, I do like Menards. I mean, we have Home Depot, Menards. They always have the best deals compared to any of the home goods stores. Lowe's, which I heard has a really good Halloween stuff, so I'm going to check them out as well. You don't like Halloween, Vic? I find that hard to believe, Vic. I don't know. Something just tells me. I know, and you know what, Scott, Cobwebs has great stuff. I don't have half the stores he's gone to. I don't have. We do have the Menards. I do have a Michaels. But what's that pottery place? There was a pottery place. There was a home goods store that he had, and they had some amazing vintage. I really like the vintage stuff that's coming out. So it's like, oh, you show my stuff I can't get. But I do like the fact that he shows everything and says, hey, this is chintzy. Don't bother. Don't even buy it online. It's been a big help. So. Is it wrong that you have a 7-foot Frankenstein in your living room? No, no. I think maybe you left after that part. During live, I was, I had mentioned, someone had brought up the witch's cabinet, and I said, yeah, I have it in my living room, and that's kind of the decor that I like. I like weird things. I even have bugs and, you know, like taxidermy stuff. So if that's wrong, don't tell me to. Don't tell me that's wrong, because I'm just going to have it in my house anyway. If you love it and enjoy it and your family doesn't mind it, keep it there. Menards. See you later, Stacy. Have a good one. I'll see you probably in Ellen's Live next. Yeah, feel better. Get some rest for sure. Oh, his eyes light up. Does he like move or anything, big dog? Hey, Chad, how's it going? So is it activated like when people walk by it? Does it turn on? Don't believe anything Cobwood. It's fake news. Oh, I've really enjoyed the whole trio of terror. I gotta say, Vic, I really truly enjoy your guys' content. Oh, that's cool. Did you make it into like a bust or just put the LEDs in the mask itself, Scott? Oh, that's so cool. I see. I like that, big dog. I like that you have something where everyone walks by that responds. That is, see, we all would get along. And it's funny because I have friends that walk into my home and like, why do you have that? You know, why do you keep that out? It's like, I don't know. Why do you keep hearts out on your wall? Like, I don't get it. As long as I like it, I live here, so. Mm. So is everyone gonna do like do displays for Halloween? Because I can. That's right, big dog. Thanks, Scott. Yeah, here let me see if I can. He is awesome. I'm gonna see if the guy will make. I absolutely love it. He makes all kinds of things like doorknobs and stuff like that. He's called Moldy Creations. And I want to get him to make me a zombie one because that's originally what I got hired to do when I first did special effects. A guy contacted me and said, I want to know who did your makeup. And that's how I started professionally in films. And so I want to get him to make a zombie one and all the like the classic monsters. And see if he would do that. I don't know if he'd do the classic monsters or not, because again, his take. I mean, this is kind of his aesthetic, is these weird monsters with eyes and teeth. And they always have like funky, either there's ones with really big teeth like this and not just the spiky kind. He really is awesome. But I got this one for my birthday. A friend bought me this. And then I have another one with goofy teeth and little horns on it. It does. And actually, I think, I don't know if these are the pumpkin teeth or not. These either look like they've been molded. Let me see here. I had to glue one because it broke in transit. But they're all kind of, if you notice, the tips are kind of perfect. So I think either they were molded or they were pumpkin teeth. But they're amazing. Yeah, it really does look like the pumpkin teeth. I'm curious to, know if that's what he uses. He's pretty open about what he uses too, if you ask him. But it's okay for people to leave up their damn tree 3 months. I have a friend, I kid you not, Chad. My friend, after Christmas, they keep their Christmas tree up. And even after it dying, still have little ornaments on it and stuff. And they keep it up year round. And then when December comes around again, they buy a fresh new tree. No joke. And if that's your thing, you go ahead and do that. You You have whatever you brings you joy, right? As long as you're not harming somebody else, go right on ahead. The thing that annoys me, Chad, though, is though I saw Christmas decorations, okay? No joke, in May. Keep that crap closer to Christmas. You haven't had Thanksgiving, you haven't had Halloween. Stay in December. I'll understand if you kind of have decorations out in November, but May, that's not okay. Let me see if I can. I think I can leave a link in my own live, right? Big Dog, he has some really cool things. He makes a lot of neat things. Here is his link. And he does custom work. Oh, hey, there it did. It worked. So if you contact him and say, hey, I would like this made, he'll custom make one as well. So I've been trying to, there's a couple mugs that I'd love. Like I absolutely love, what's his name? Oh, I cannot remember his name. But K&T Does Halloween had one in his Halloween challenge video, and I've been trying to get a mug from this guy for years, and he's so difficult to get a mug for, and they're really expensive, but it's like artwork, truly and honestly. You bring the matches. Hey Mo, how's it going? How have you been? Mo right here knew me before I even started working on film, has been so supportive and such an amazing friend. And really, truly, a group of us all used to do lives like this and challenge each other with my makeup challenges. So she's awesome. We like to take your tree down. I can understand that, Chad. I normally do a Halloween tree or a vintage tree. Hey, Scott Colhart, how's it going? Looks like one of your ex, but better. Uh-oh. Hey, Hugo, what's going on? Most of Alien monsters look like your ex, Big Dog. Ooh, that's some rough. I don't know if I could wake up to some of those. Hey, it's the truth, Mo, honestly. You, Tony, Charlie, and all that whole crew is a special part in my heart, and you guys are 100% family because you knew me before everything got successful, and I appreciate that. And you've been a part of that. So you need Mo's awesome. She's a sweetheart and very talented herself. Chaz, so was it official? They said no haunts at all? Because that's our guy hasn't officially announced that he's not doing them. I think he's trying to do the whole drive-through. Because at the haunt that I volunteer for, they have we have 4 large pole barns that we normally build in, and then we have a huge property trail thing. And I think he's going to try and do that. We normally do different things. So like if people don't want the full-on haunt and they have their kids, they can just go on a haunted trail ride. And I think he's trying to do that. But I'm going to do plans anyway for decorating my house because I'll be able to do so. Vic, what do you have up already? I'm curious to know what decorations you have up already. You have to work on a homework. What kind of homework are you doing right now? Oh, you don't hear from the boys? Charlie once in a while. Tony and I always touch base with each other. I don't hear from Aaron hardly ever. But you and I have stayed in contact, and I appreciate that. I'm not always, the greatest, especially how things have been lately, but we've always kept in touch, and I appreciate that. I was young, dumb, and had a rough time in life, and oops. Yeah. Yeah. I think we've all kind of had that experience at least at some point in our lives. Everyone's gone through that, some more than others, and hey, if you learn from it. Chad, I think that's a good call, though. I mean, and every haunt's different. Like, not everyone is in pole barns. Not everyone is in a building. Not everyone is, So I think it's a good call on your part. You know, I, I wouldn't. I'd be bummed. I'd be bummed that I wouldn't be able to volunteer at the haunt this year. But I'd understand 100% because as much as you sit there and say, okay, only a certain amount of people are allowed to go, people sneak by and do that. They've always done that. Yeah, if anyone was to get sick or throw up in a haunt, that would be bad. Or, like in general. And, I don't know about you, Chad, but a lot of us keep track of the pissers, the shitters, the pukers, the run scared, the leaving someone behind. We we up here keep, matter of fact, the haunted house, Euripides downstate, which is like 3 stories of a haunt. They actually have a counter when you're waiting in line. It literally is a live count of all these things happening. So I can see why haunts, you can't prevent people from doing that. Oh, Mo, I appreciate that so much. And after all this crap happens, I'm going to come out and visit you because it just needs to happen. Oh, no. I do remember that, Mo. Oh, my gosh. Oh, that sucks. You're going to be a walk by. See, that's cool. The reason why I'm going to be doing a big display is number one, I had said in my Halloween challenge that I'm the only one that decorates here. And even though I don't get anything fabulous out, people still come by and look at it, and I still have the neighbors' kids come by. It's going to be different, but I'm going to make a really big display so that even if someone's not comfortable coming in trick-or-treating, which I think they might cancel trick-or-treating because nothing has been posted about it. It's normally posted by now and are up on calendars and stuff. I think that's what's going to happen is a lot of walk-bys. So that would be cool. Quick clicking the same spoon. Oh yeah, Chad. There's oh my gosh, I don't even know that I could let's see here. It literally is like, if you know how you go to a sports event and they have the scoreboard, it's like that. It's literally a board like that they keep track of all of these things, and you can sit there and be like, yep, there's puker. Oh, and it's amazing how many people respond in that manner, or the screamers. You lick windows, Vic. That's questionable. I don't know. There's a lot of snot-nosed brats that, you know, take the boogers and wipe them on the glass. So you're eating someone else's boogers. I know. It'd be good to meet Alan and everybody else. It's just such a everyone's so great on here, honestly. Such a good so blessed to have such an amazing community on here. Good seeing you, Micro Halloween. Have a good one, and I hope to see you around. I like that, Chad. I like the idea. Here's the thing. I love stuff like this, and I have things year round up that are Halloween because I enjoy it. I'm doing it for me. But I also live in a smaller town, and most people here are like, you know, like everyone else, big on Halloween or big on Christmas, and Halloween's like, nah, you know, but they still appreciate it. He does love makeup. He does makeup. He does airbrushing and has done makeup for haunts and teaches actual classes on that as well. Going to try and prepping dinner and watching this. Hey, I do it all the time. I do. Matter of fact, I was watching a live while I was prepping a bunch of meals for this weekend last week. So I love having something in the watching something while I'm prepping. It's always a good thing. Does anyone have anything big planned for Labor Day too, or is I know a lot of things kind of been canceled, but you know if anyone does some special things. Chad, right now, no. I'm lucky because I do live in I'm the only one that does special effects makeup to the degree that I do, so I keep really busy. And I travel to surrounding areas as well. So I don't know, and I'm very unsure of how things the new protocol. It's just different. It's really different. And I know a lot of makeup artists that are questioning whether they want to continue doing things with the way that things are changing. But you know, for a good chunk of my makeup career, yes, it has been very lucrative for me to be able to survive off of it. When I put makeup on, take me downtown to drop me off. These high heels hurt my feet. Hey, I tell you what, majority of women wear high heels because it makes our butt look good and it makes you taller. Mainly because it makes you look taller. That's right, Vic. Get it out there. Get some. Make sure your red lipstick is very nice. I see that kiss mark. You're learning. Now the song Roxanne has popped into my head. Mm-hmm. Well, hello, all of 9 people. How are you? One and done. Use it once and throw it away. Mm. I think too, Chad, it's harder to special effects. It's harder to get into. I love it, but it's harder to make it a full-time gig, especially in a small town. And I don't like LA enough to move there. Excuse me. Mo, I think you need to. Seriously, I really think you were so amazing. I learned so much from you. Um, and I still do face charts now religiously. And Mo's the one that actually taught me how to do face charts. And I tell you what, it's been a huge asset for me to learn because, when you're doing that many people, uh, and to have a reference photo is nice. And I always clip one next onto the um, my face chart itself, but it's always helpful when you have that many people come in. And especially if you're exhausted from the previous night or whatever the case is, you have the knowledge of what did you use on this person and what do you need to use and what, and that helps so much. So thank you, Mo, to teaching me that. I appreciate it. I love this. Big Dog is giving Vic, pointer tips on high heels versus wedge. I like it. No shame in your game. That's the one thing. Whenever you're decorating for Halloween, you can always do things more, Like if you had unlimited amount of money, I can only imagine what I'd do a whole I see people, I would love to be able to do this, right? But you'd need a lot of manpower to do a fake facade and, all these different things. I would love to be able to do that. Some people there's a lot of people here who do go really out of their way for the Christmas season and decorate that way. And they literally had to start months like probably in July when I'm thinking about Halloween stuff. They probably are already putting their lights up for Christmas because there's that many lights and that many things. Spreading the love, spreading the love. So how is everyone decorating that is decorating for Halloween and doing a display? What all are your themes? Do you go by themes or do you just do things that you enjoy? Aww. I'm sorry to hear that, Mo. You got bigger and better things coming for you, though. That's for sure. How's well, not little anymore, but like, how's the little one? If I can turn my head around. Vic. Work it anyway. Work it anyway. Oh my gosh, Mo, that's crazy. I'm sorry to hear that. That's got to be, frustrating for you. I can't imagine. I remember when you had him, so I can't even imagine you with a teenager at all. What's a theme? Now it's a storefront. I'm still working on it. I do know that's the hard thing for me is because I know things that I want to do. And so it's hard for me to nail down a theme to decorate for Christmas or for Halloween. But I want to do because I've been wanting to build this cauldron for a long time. So I think I might have to. I did order a mask from Alan, which is his witch mask. And I think I'm going to dress her up and put her by the cauldron. So. Oh. Then they're way ahead of their teenage years, and you got a lot coming your way when they do hit teenage status. Hello, how are you? A lot of people just came in at once. Ooh. Oh, the mausoleum would be really neat to do, for sure. I'm definitely gonna be doing a graveyard, and I'm in the middle of trying to finish some um, tombstones up, and then I had bought some really cheap ones and just completely redo them. Um, just because they're there, I might as well use them. But that way I'd have a lot of stones and stuff like that. So I for sure I'm gonna have a bit of you enter into the graveyard and then you'll see a scene. So so good. It's crazy. I do enjoy doing these lives. I can see why Alan does them a lot. I will say though, if I had 105 people on here, I don't know that I'd be able to keep up on comments. And I don't have a helper, so Scott Bourbon. You just throw crap everywhere and call it decorated. Hey, it works. It works. And I find that people appreciate it, even as little, because I do have tombstones and I normally put those out. I have a severed head that I made out of a foam head for Zombie Run one year. My friend was the conversations that happen when you have friends and they know you do special effects. I have a friend who says, I keep a book of weird crap that you say to me, and I'm going to turn it into a book one day. And I trust her on that. She will someday do that. But the conversations you could hear going on. So my friend called me and said, hey, I'm going to be Little Red Riding Hood. Do you happen to have a severed head laying around? And I'm like, I kind of do, yeah. And she's like, can I borrow it? So that's those are the conversations that happen when you do special effects. You have very bizarre conversations with people, and if someone else was to hear it, they'd probably go. I had one friend say, if your phones ever get bugged, they're gonna stop bugging you, and they're gonna say, forget this, she is psycho, and we're done. Oh, big dog giving you advice. Duct tape for the little one. I don't think that would contain them, though. I really don't. Bourbon, yeah, big dog. I did. I do like it. It's a little sweet for my taste, but it is really nice. Once in a while, I'm gonna bring the bottle over. I have a celebration of life. My friend lost her mom during this whole craziness, and her like death anniversary is kind of coming up. So we are going to do a big dinner, and I'm going to bring some of that caramel bourbon over. So see if I can't get some of the ladies to try it. It was easy. I thought it was going to be hard to find it, but it really wasn't. So that's nice too. So any bourbon ideas, guys? Please let me know. I do love bourbon. Gosh, I can't wait to see your guys' stuff for Halloween. Honestly, I can only imagine the extent of which you guys go to. So it's gonna be really hard to kind of keep up. Mm-hmm. Mm. Is moose knuckle? Do I want to? That's the question. I don't know. I don't know about that. Had a bit on based on a drink called Churchill's Breakfast. I have not. And I think this is a Google moment. I do think he was a really wise guy, honestly. Churchill's Breakfast Cocktail. Let's see. There's nothing wrong with whiskey, Churchill. All right. Coffee, rye, maple syrup, angostura, and cinnamon. Ooh. That sounds really, really good. The only thing I don't have is the cinnamon. Ooh. I'm going to have to try that. Thanks for the tip. Yeah, but Mo, you have all of the good cafes and vegan places, and oh, I do want to try Voodoo Donuts. Where did I have it? Wasn't Oregon. I got them one time, or maybe someone bought them. I can't remember. I've been drinking. I do drink on Fridays. That's my, when I have a nice cocktail and unwind from the week. But I'm not a big. I don't nearly drink nearly as much as I used to. I'm one of those. You guys have good food out there, though. Honestly, just beautiful. I really kicked myself in the butt when I was out in LA and took a drive out. I didn't have a whole lot of time, but drove through some parts of Oregon. And I really wanted to stay and see more and be able to enjoy it more, but I wasn't able to, unfortunately. If you have sticks, just use micro. Ditch Bros. Oh, Dutch Bros. Really? See, this is good to know. This is why it's good to know a local, right? Because you find out stuff like that. I just thought it was. I think it might have been someone who bought one of, because I don't remember being in there and buying their donuts. But I think they went a lot more mainstream. That was like one of my favorite places, and they were worth the wait. When I went to New York, anytime I went to New York, the Soup Nazi had amazing homemade soups, and he would sell them before it was cool to have a food truck. Um, Amazing soups, and people would wait in line for hours for them, and they were so worth it. You got this awesome little nugget piece of bread with the soup, and then he went corporate and now is in a restaurant, and his stuff isn't nearly as good as what it was. So that's kind of what you make voodoo donuts sound like. But when I come there, I want to try Dutch Bros. That'd be awesome. Cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon sticks are good. I make big batches in fall when everyone's all like pumpkin spice lattes. Sorry if you like them. I'm not a big fan of them. But I love real chai, like the tea. And I make my own, and with there's homemade cinnamon sticks, and it's so good. Ooh, see that could be dangerous for me. There's two things that well, technically three. Um, I could eat Mexican food or spicy food all day. Real Italian food, not the crap in the US. I grew up with Italians, so I know what real Italian food is, and it sure is not. What's that place? Oh, I forgot their name. But it's a popular Italian restaurant. Like, this is not Italian food. Um, is the best taco truck ever. Some of the best foods that I've ever had are from a food truck. Better than restaurant, better than it really is. I think if people got past that it's a food truck, they'd have some really amazing food. Olive Garden, that's it. It's horrible. That is not Italian food. It is not real Italian food. You know, I get pissed off when people are like, pizza, it's Italian food. It's not Italian food. It's really not. Not how everyone makes it here anyway. And you know, spaghetti, it's not Italian food. So yeah, those things are, you know. Ooh, those are the best, Mo. We have a Mexican truck here, and they have the best tamales you've ever had, the best salsas that you've ever had. um, they're just absolutely amazing and so full of flavor. I learned they taught me how to make one of their salsas, their green salsa, and then I never buy refried beans or anything like that. And sorry if you don't like beans, people, but I tell you what, refried beans, homemade, any kind of beans, homemade, taste so much better and so flavorful. Fun fact, big dog, I've always worked in a restaurant and was always a line cook. And it's funny because the last place that I worked at, the chef, he always asked me advice on food, which I thought was funny. But maybe he saw something there. I love cooking and baking and planning menus and events for having friends over and stuff like that. So love making homemade tamales are the best. Oh, I don't know how people can go and make these like lean cuisine things and have this mush that they call as tamale, and I'm like, no, no. Hey, Plastic Ninja, how are you? I'm waiting on my friend. He just made a big batch of hot sauce, which I'm gonna attempt to do with my garden this year. I've never made hot sauce, but he made hot sauce. He said today, he goes, by the way, my hot sauce is almost ready. It will be ready by next week. And he knows I love really, really hot foods. And so he made it extra hot for me. He's like, you're getting a bottle this year. Oh, I'm doing good, Plastic Ninja. We're just kind of talking about food right now. We're talking about Halloween, if anyone's doing any displays or what's everyone got going on this weekend. Stuff like that. So I thought I haven't done a Q&A or live in a while, and I thought it would be nice to do these every once in a while if anyone has any questions with my videos, since I've just started back up. And you like reasonably spicy. Well, the thing is too, spicy, when I say spicy food, it has to have flavor. It can't just be hot, overly hot for no reason and no flavor. That to me is annoying and whatever, but I gotta have. We'll see you later, Mo. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll definitely continue the chat. And I love you very, very much. So have a good week or good weekend. That's right, it's the weekend. I love her. She's so supportive. She's been supportive from day one when I started doing special effects makeup. So flavor and heat have to be equal. I agree, big dog, 100%. I think a lot of people don't get that. And like I asked my friend when he did the hot sauce, because I cannot stand it when people put fruits in hot sauce. Like the number one fruit that people put in hot sauce, pineapple. Really? Really? And it's disgusting. It always tastes like the pineapple is rancid when you put it in with hot stuff. So plus jalapenos are a proper level of hot for me. Yeah, it's funny because my family will gauge if they'll make me try it if it says it's hot. And they'll be like, okay, well, how hot is it to you? And I'll be their gauge. They'll be like, well, if Nicole finds it hot, it's definitely too hot for us. So, but I do love flavor. Habaneros. I have jalapenos and habaneros right now in my garden, and then I have poblanos, and then I have regular bell peppers, hot Hungarian, sweet Hungarian. So I'm gonna make a really good batch, and then I'm gonna be doing this week a hot pepper jelly. That is good. Mango's way better also, and this is one that people don't ever do, and it's so good with. I had it. I made like a sauce, and it was jalapenos and peaches. And I tell you what, it sounds gross together, but that peach flavor really complements the heat and the pepper flavor. Nope. I don't like pepper and fruit together. I'm not big on that either, but everyone, it seems to be a big surgence right now. Everyone putting fruit in their hot sauce. So it's just weird. I'm the same way, Plastic Ninja. I much rather have my fruit fresh. Thanks for stopping by. I will see you in Alan's stream. I know I didn't go last night. I just got internet back, so hopefully he's on tonight. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Scott, do you normally do a display for Halloween? I need to cut these. I just got a haircut, but geez, my hair grows so fast. They're in my way. They just don't want to stay anywhere. Really? Honey, I've never tried that. Like just with hot peppers or in general? You do a you do a yard display. Yeah, I see. I'm the same way because I'm either doing makeup or doing makeup with the haunt, or because for the haunt, he knows that I can be placed, wherever they need. Grilled peaches are amazing, absolutely amazing. I used to do grilled peaches drizzled with a little bit of honey and a little bit of like fresh, call it farmer's cheese. So like it's kind of like feta cheese almost, but really creamy. Ooh, see, that sounds good too. Yeah, see, stir fries. I love stir fries. It got too big. You're, I mean, that's a good problem to have your cemetery get so big that your haunt now has it. I'm saying yes, but the iPad is not understanding. This is me with electronics. They don't work well with me. And my friend is often makes fun of me that you're not allowed to hold my phone. Because it doesn't work when you hold it. Yeah. So good. How's your food prep coming? And I'm thinking too, since we have some people, in here. K&T Does Halloween brought up a awesome request. If anyone would be interested, I'm not sure. But what they brought up was taking a makeup challenge, whatever that be, and doing a live and doing that together, which would be awesome, I think. So if anyone would be interested in that, please let me know. Scott Grayton. So I'm starting from scratch this year, but I also moved into a different house with a similar front yard. Well, that's cool. It's nice to have a fresh start and kind of, spruce things up a little bit. Party like a rock star. I don't party like a rock star. Yeah. I don't enjoy hookers. The bourbon's good. I think it's always good it's always exciting to create something new, for sure, 100%. I enjoy experiencing new things and trying new things and trying new perspectives, for sure. Hopefully I get to see pictures. I'll definitely take pictures in my it's going to be pathetic compared to a lot of your guys' displays. I can tell already. But I'm just learning. I'm just learning. So. So is anyone still kind of going to be, not sure if I'm doing my display yet. Completely understandable, Plastic Ninja, for sure. I had mentioned in the Halloween challenge video that I am still dressing up and I run, for those of you that don't know, and I started doing the zombie run because, well, it's monsters and I like monsters. But I'm still getting up. I am still doing my makeup for Zombie Run as if Zombie Run's going to happen. They'll probably cancel it. I'm pretty sure. I am 100% sure they're going to cancel it this year. But I'm still going to get dressed up. I'm still going to dress up as a zombie, and I'm going to go and run it anyway. Are any of you still doing makeup or dressing up for you? See you later, big dog. Enjoy the food. I'm going to be getting off here soon too and enjoying some food myself. So. What projects are you working on, Plastic Ninja? Dress up part isn't your passion. That's okay. Doesn't need to be. It's funny though, because I had a lot of, I have a lot of friends who have kids, and they're like, "Oh, well, can you find a nice costume that's not scary for the kids?" I'm like, okay, well, all right. And it's funny because I went and got a Mary Poppins costume, and a lot of the Halloween parties that I was going to go to are canceled that have kids and stuff like that. So I find it really funny that the one time I'm trying to be like, a little non-scary, which, can be a fun thing. For Zombie. Oh. Ooh, that seems to be popular. I'm doing a music video in December about the Apocalypse Horsemen, and that's the theme. So that will be really interesting. But it seems to be a popular theme this year, for sure. I like that. I like that. That's cool. I like that theme. Yeah, I like it. It's different. The things the things that Alan mentions, right? The things that He's sick of seeing clowns. I understand that 100%. The thing that I'm burnt out on, and I don't know if it's just the region where I'm at, I'm so sick of seeing swamps. I'm sick of seeing a kitchen with a butcher with a pig face. Things like that are so overdone. So it's really nice to see a theme that's less popular that you're working on. See, and that's where you gotta start is, something that you really truly enjoy and make that a theme for sure. You do have a lot of clowns. Are you the one that is always saying, wait, who's one that's always commenting about clowns, making a clown? Is that you commenting to Ellen all the time about making a clown? Yeah, for sure. That will be fun is seeing everyone's stuff. Again, everyone's will be way better than mine because I'm just starting out to build stuff and have little cheapy projects and stuff like that. But hopefully I'll make it work and make it cohesive. I love it. It's funny. I love seeing the banter back and forth. We have a part of the haunt that I volunteer at, and it is a funhouse theme. And it's all clown because people have a fear of clowns. And I didn't know this was a thing until the owner had me go and get, new posters made up. And he gave me these old ones, and it had a clown. The one that he gave me happened to have a clown on it. It was like old hobo clown or whatever. And it's an odd size. So I went to the print shop with it, and he said, "This is the size I need. Just take this and show them, and they can figure out what it is." And I took it, and the lady's like, "Oh, hell no, I can't. Let me get someone to help you." She couldn't do it because it was a clown on a picture. Like, are you kidding me? It's a picture. It's not going to jump out at you, you know. But it was a legit. That's what I realized. It was a legit fear that people have, and it's not a little. Oh, I find clowns that are always happy, like Bozo the clown. I find that more creepy than creepy clowns. But clowns don't really bother me to a phobia part. But I do like the color. So the haunt that I did, we redid the archway, and I included like vintage circus posters and have lots of color on them. And it really added a lot. The front is like the classic white and red striped, and then you go through the mouth. But it was nice to see the punch of color. Justin Hill. I'll have to check that out. Have you heard of the Clown Hotel? Any of you guys? It's in between Las Vegas and Death Valley. And there is a hotel, and it is all clown. Like, everything's decorated with clowns. And from what I've seen, I don't know if they still do this, but the actual people that work there dress up as clowns, or used to. I don't know if they still own it. I gotta say, that's the one good thing about clowns too, is you can use a lot of everyday things for clowns. Spiders, yeah. See, and that's another thing that doesn't bother me is spiders. They don't bother me at all. I know Bozo the Clown. It's weird. I don't get it either. I'm glad someone knows what Bozo the Clown is, though. I will have to go back and check Plastic Ninja. I'd really like to see it. So for sure, I'll definitely check it out. Uh, Cereal. See, that would be a good theme for a haunt, you guys, is walking into the den of a serial killer. Can you imagine? Like, that would be crazy. And I think you're right. I think because it's more real, that it would be a lot more creepier in a lot of people's minds. I 100% Plastic Ninja. Honestly, monsters aren't as scary as real people. I'm sorry, they're not. The things that humans are capable of is downright scary. That would be cool, Plastic Ninja. I think that would be really cool. I got ideas from I went to Sleepy Hollow in New York, and they legitly shut the place down and end up bringing it back to what the real Sleepy Hollow was. And you are so immersed into, you forget you're at a haunted attraction type of deal. You walk through and they have this storyteller like they would back then, and they tell the whole story, and they let you into the town, and it's all lantern lit, and you don't realize it. And I think if you did that for a haunt, like this, walking into a serial killer's home, decorated as their home, and then having this that to me is creepy. It would be neat to see haunts do that more versus, I like monsters, don't get me wrong, but I find that more frightening for sure. Amen to that. Yes. And I think the fun thing that I ever had at a haunt was there was one room that you went into, and you had to figure out how to get out of the room, kind of like an escape room. And you would have never figured it out. You actually had to go through it was in a bathroom, and you actually had to go through the bottom cabinet into a different room. I think that's creepy too in itself, is something like that. So I really like the old TV cabinet idea. That is creepy. Very, very creepy. Because it's something that someone would do for sure. That's definitely Ed Geinish, or the Unicorn Killer. Oh, Chad beat me to it. Oh, that would be fun. It would be fun to see for sure. Mm-hmm. Well, my drink's almost over. I might call it alive here soon once I take the last sip and then go get some dinner. That's the hard part about haunts, though, Plastic Ninja, is spending a lot of detail. A lot of people don't notice it because it's darker or whatever. And I think it depends on the person as well. I think it depends on, for me, I notice a lot of details and things going through, and people always tell me, well, I didn't see that. I'm like, well, I'm sorry, I noticed it. I like that though. It's good to, if you can share something that you enjoy that's for your satisfaction, other people like it, why not? Chat, I made myself some shepherd's pie, so that's what I'm having for tonight. It'll be good. I'm the same way. I truly love really bizarre decor and taxidermy and gothic things, and I always, so for Halloween, I always do that on the outside and try and do it for me. It's less how can I build a haunt for other people, or how can I, it's just the fun of having it and enjoying something you love. You haven't had shepherd's pie in a long time? Well, you should make yourself some. It is good stuff. Really, really good. Yeah, I did what did I make? I made shepherd's pie, and I can't pronounce it, but it's a Polish dish. I can't do Polish names, I'm sorry. But it's this amazing dumplings with cabbage and onions. It sounds like such an old person thing, but it's so good. So, so good. It's kind of like oh, what do the Germans call that? Oh, the little dumplings. What is it called? Um I agree, Scott. Halloween is 100% a way of life and not just a holiday. And that's kind of what I celebrate. It's not just trick or treat and, um, I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, I food prep some things, and shepherd pie was one of them because I don't make it that often, but oh my gosh, it's so good. So, so good. I'd love to see it, Plastic Ninja, for sure. Hey, a little bit of sun. Look at that. Little break in the storm, so that's good. I'm feeling gypped I didn't get a big thunderstorm, though. I'm not gonna lie. I love thunderstorms. I'm the weirdo that opens my window so I can hear the thunderstorms better at night. Mhm. Good stuff. Well, before I head out, is there any requests for videos or any ideas for videos? I always am going to ask this in a live. It's been really nice. I started a little bit of a page, and I do take that to heart. If anyone says, hey, I want to see this, I definitely will be posting some of that stuff. And I got a bunch of Halloween stuff coming up. So it's the last step. And then after this, I'm going to call the live a good one and get some dinner. Mm. Cheers to the weekend. Blood gags. For sure. I'm actually I'll incorporate that. I have a big blood video coming up, like all the different types of bloods and how to use them. And so I will definitely include that in the blood video. Let's see. Where did I put it? Request down at the bottom. All right. Here we go. I got a lot of requests for that one too. I got requests for blood packs and blood oozing out. So for sure I will be including those. So I got it down on my sheet where I keep all of that. Thanks for the request. But I am going to go here. I'm going to go get some dinner, and hopefully I'll see a lot of you either in Alan's live or around. And I do plan on doing these every once in a while. I hope you guys like them. I think it's nice to check in with everyone. I want it to be, an interaction thing. So I think that's part of this fun stuff. So I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you around. Be good to each other. Have a wonderful weekend wherever you are in the world, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks, Scott. I'll see you guys later. Bye.